Over the last 12 months, I've been dedicating a majority of my time to learning meme coins, and this has completely changed my life from just being a 14-year-old kid waiting for his birthday money to buy anything I wanted to now being able to buy whatever I want and give money to my parents all at the age of 15. Mind you, I am not the only one doing this. There is hundreds of kids just like me making hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars every month from these shit coins coming out every second. Now, welcome back to my 6-part series on how to replicate what I'm doing and many others are doing. Now, if you're new here or you're new to meme coins, I do recommend watching the other videos in order so you can get the bigger picture and aren't missing anything before watching this video. One of the main things I've learned since I started my journey is that your network is your net worth, as you never know who the next person will tell you and what alpha they'll send you. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to get into the insider circle groups and also how you get into these FNF groups like Elite FNF, Grand FNF, or whatever FNF you want to be. The FNF groups really are where the money is going to be made. So that is where you want to spend most of your time on chain, whether that be like launching coins like Mirror and donating to charity at the same time as making a lot of money, as you can see from this top trader list of all these elite FNF guys on the list making 190k, 200k, 250k, or it'd be like Grand FNF and catching coins like Trump coin really early and doing over 8-figure months like the ones I'm showing on the screen right now. Just to quickly explain what an FNF group, if you don't know what it already is, an FNF group basically stands for friends and family. So it's a bunch of friends, not really family, but mainly friends that come together in a little, Discord community or wherever they meet. They sit in VCs all day, they scan new pairs, as you can get many more eyes on the new pairs category. That's really important with this space, as well as, launching these coins, catching coins like Trump early, having signals so when one person buys, another person buys, etc. That is how you make the most money and absolutely optimize your trading on chain. So you really need to be within at least a few FNF groups, and that will be what I'm going to show you within this video. Getting into a good group to start out with really would boost and streamline your journey. That's why all these Fortnite pros, they get really good really quickly, because they start out in these really good groups straight away when they start trading. So I do think it is one of the most important, if not the most important thing to do when you start out, to be in these really good calls so you can look over all these new pairs coming out. There is two main methods you can use, two main sites actually you can use to get into these groups. The main one I will be talking about in this video is Twitter, but I will also be covering Discord and alpha chats as well, as that is where the FNS will be hosted. So it's, kind of easier to build a bridge on Discord rather than Twitter, as it's a little bit indirect on Twitter. But I will be covering both of them quite in depth. The first, and in my opinion, the most important method to actually, finding friends and finding your own circle on chain is growing a Twitter and growing a brand around your Twitter of who you are, what how much money you make, all of that kind of stuff needs to belong on your Twitter. So people know where to find you and all of that kind of stuff. As you can see, I've got around 4,000 followers. I speak my mind, I post threads. See, I posted a thread about Nova, what they were doing, etc. It got a lot of likes, it got a lot of reposts. I got a lot of followers from that. I got a lot of people in my messages saying, oh yeah, of course, the LA vape koala, whatever they call them. Yeah, they're doing some dodgy stuff behind the scenes. I post, threads on coins that I believe are good. They get buys, people buy them, people respect me for finding these coins, they follow me, etc. Yeah, so you really just have to grow your Twitter. That's how you find so many people through your Twitter. You can't just really be posting anything at all, as a lot of things you kind of need an engagement farm on Twitter, which is basically posting things other people are going to be interested in rather than what you're interested in, even though I can't really explain it, but you have to be interested in the stuff yourself. So this is something I was really interested in, the Nova streaming cabal, about how these influencers, why they're all pushing Nova at the same time when there is better alternatives like Bloom, Bullex, whatever alternative you want to see. So I posted a thread about what they were doing behind the scenes, and as I said, got a lot of likes, got a lot of reposts, got a lot of people in my DMs, got a lot of followers from it. So you have to resonate with other people whilst also still resonating with you and your morals. Next thing you should do is reply guy. If you don't know what a reply guy is, that's what everyone did to become a KOL on Twitter. It's not just random, these people getting a lot of followers on Twitter. They reply to other people's posts. So say I'm on the timeline, I go down here, I see, yo, who's active? And I just write, me or whatever. You need to just be active and engaging in the CT community so other people get to know you, get to know who you are, get to know your personality, get to know your knowledge within the space. Say someone goes, oh, how do you find whether you've got copy traders or not? You just you tell your alpha onto the tweet and people will start to recognize you. They'll start following you. You'll build up mutual followers. That's the most important thing. Mutual followers and verified followers from big accounts. That's the most important thing, as other people see that. So this guy, he's in an FNF group. Maybe since he's following me, I might be able to get into Shade FNF if I tried to, if multiple of their members are following me, etc. So yeah, that's really how you build it up. You have to get these mutual followers by reply guying. I'll show you someone who's really good with it. This guy, Red with Bag, most of you probably know him. He does YouTube, he does Twitch, he does all of the stuff. He's got 32,000 followers. He made a video actually quite a long time ago on actually how to reply guy when he had about 2,000 followers, 1,000 followers, something like that. Now he's got 32,000 from doing that that, and obviously his content as well. So you can see here, he says good morning to all these people whenever he sees it on the timeline. So we get follow backs from a lot of people on the timeline. So if you're interested in the people, he's going to reply, he's going to add value to the tweet, he's going to interact with them, he's going to become friends with them, and then he will also be getting follow backs. So as you can see, he's also posting, 32,000. Someone said congrats to him. He's got a lot of followers, this guy. So he obviously wants a follow back from him, so you reply to him. You can do this as many times as possible to people on your posts, to people on other posts, on, any kinds of posts. Just add value, communicate with other people, and that is really how you get the mutual followers, which is the most important thing when you're actually growing your Twitter. I used to do this over 50 times a day. This is what you should be grinding out if you just want to grow your Twitter. Market's dead, you're in bed, whatever. It doesn't take very long. It takes like 2 seconds. Just write a one word reply or whatever. But the more alpha you bring, the higher chance you get a follow back. The more interesting and stand out you make your reply, the more chance you get a follow back. Or the more consistent you can be, the more chance you get a follow back. It's a pretty simple formula of you just following same type of people. You reply good morning to them, say 10 days in a row, they notice you, you get a follow back. It's a pretty simple formula. Now that you have these people on your profile, you want to have an engaging profile. So you want to have a profile picture that, resonates with you. Your profile picture and your branding, your name, everything has to be kind of clean. No numbers in your name, nothing like that. You have to build a brand around this. So if you want to have a link in your bio, you can put, an affiliate link. You can put a link tree, whatever you want to put in your bio. This is my bio, 15-year-old. I'm owner and building. This is my group here. God willing, Bullex sign up, and my YouTube link down here. And then also on your profile, your pinned tweet is really, really important. So usually I would tell most people to have some sort of thread as their pinned tweet. As you can see, these are my last pinned tweets that I've had. If you have $0 and you want to start trading meme coins, there are a lot of ways that you can do it. Start trading with nothing. And then as you can see, this is all the different ways that you can start trading meme coins with nothing, a little thread. And then it did get a little bit of motion, and people could tell I'm knowledgeable on the space, which was the most important thing. The next thing you could do, like another tweet like this, Bullex Neos just came out. This is how you're going to fully use it to fully transfer in your trading. So this tweet is also like double thing. So people could tell I'm knowledgeable on the bot, knowledgeable trading as well, since there's methods on how to trade. And I also got referral links from this as people to click on it and sign up for Bullex, which gives me a little bit of money. Other things like this, just anything like a thread, something about you, something that shows like maybe a big P&L of you, or, anything like that. As you can see, like Elbu, he's got a big P&L. I'm not sure if it's LARP or not, but as you can see, he's got a $1.1 million P&L. So if you've got like an insane P&L, you can pin that on your profile. Otherwise, I would say stick to a thread. Try post one thread every 1 to 2 weeks if you really want to build a brand, and then rotate that through your pinned. So these people that you reply going, they don't click on an empty profile. They don't click on just replies. They see your pinned tweet, and then you also want to be tweeting 3 to 5 times a day, just about your thoughts on the market, calls, etc. I will touch on that a little bit more in a second. Now you have them on your profile. You don't just want to be tweeting anything. As I said, you can tweet, your thoughts on the market, your thoughts in general, but you should also sprinkle in calls. Calls are really, really important, as this is how you're going to get into FNFs. If they see you consistently calling really, really good coins, you're gaining followers from these calls, as people, they want to obviously get into your calls early if you know what you're doing within the market. So yeah, if you think that a coin's really, really good, you want to call it on your Twitter, say a thesis behind it. Don't just post a CA. Don't just say, oh, it's going to the moon. You got to say, why do you think it's going to go to the moon, And then also you want to include the ticker as well as the CA. Don't just post one or the other, as sometimes people, search up the ticker and then sometimes they search up the CA. So say I search up the CA, you can see my post is the first post on here quoted. I posted the CA as well as the ticker. So if I searched up the ticker, it would probably pop up as well. And as you can see here, all these different tweets mention the same CA. So all of these people probably searched up and saw my Twitter, saw my post, and I would have got some followers from this post. Went from say 10K to 1 million market cap. You're really, really likely to steamroll your Twitter pretty fast. You should also, if you hit something, crazy P&L, like say 10K, 20K, 30K, whatever, anything past like a 10X, you can post it on your Twitter, let's be real. Or if it's like a 5X with size or whatever, you can post it on Twitter and you will get a lot of engagement. As you can see, this guy got 228 likes on his 1 mil P&L, 17 reposts, 83K views, etc. This is really, really what's going to steamroll your Twitter, and FNFs are going to notice, and people are going to start reaching out to you if they see you posting consistently good calls, consistently good P&Ls to back up your calls, so you didn't just jeet the calls, you're not just shitting out calls that you're not holding. And then people will see that you're a good trader. They want to get in with you. They want to help you, bring you into their group. You can help them, they can help you, etc. That is how you create bonds within the space. Just last few tips, I can't stress this enough. Whenever you get a post, please reply to every single comment, whether it just be, look, I'll just do like say a heart emoji, right? Go heart emoji. This gives you a 75x boost on your post. Every single reply to a reply. So say someone replies on your post, reply to this one, engage with it. Every single engagement with a comment on your post basically tells Twitter that you're an active, you're a real user, you're trying to share with your community, you're trying to share your knowledge or whatever. So you want to reply to every single comment, whether you do it, it, you know, you're getting too many comments, so you get someone else to do it. Whoever does it, just please reply to every single comment on your post. It's by far the #1 tip I can give you on Twitter. Last thing I can say is don't be scared to reach out to people and answer every single direct message you have. Answer as many as possible. Yeah, you never know where it's going to take you. You don't know who these people are. You don't know which FNF they're a part of. You don't know anything about that. So make sure you try to answer as many DMs as possible. Whenever someone says, oh, they're looking for members for their group, don't be like, nah, I'm too shit for the group. Send them with your wallet, send them a little thesis on why you think you can, you know, come up through their group, and they might just accept you. It really, really is the #1 tip I can say. No matter how famous you get, please try to reply to as many messages as you can. Even if it's, you know, you don't think it's going to lead to something, you know, it's just someone asking, how do I start? Just say, you know, watch YouTube or whatever. It's not hard to do. It takes 5 minutes of your day, and you never know what those connections will lead. People really do remember these things. It's not like they forget it. When I started out, I was asking influencers, no one responded. If someone did respond, I would 100% remember that influencer. And now that, you know, I'm more of a bigger person, I'd probably give back to that influencer and, you know, remember and put other people onto that influencer. So definitely, you know, spreading your brand and things like that. It's really, really, really important to do on Twitter. The next tip I can recommend you is to join alpha groups. This is, you know, the bridging stone from the Twitter. So you'll get a much deeper personal connection within these groups. This is how I personally met most of my friends within Discord alpha groups. Obviously, the #1 group I'm going to recommend once again is Utaka Alpha. That is my own group. But if you're not going to join Utaka Alpha, there is a few other ones I do recommend to you. One of these could be a group like Shocked, or it could also be like DigiWorld, which I also do recommend. They're both pretty good groups, as you know, you can see the testimonials and whatnot. You're not joining these groups for, you know, the tools. You're not joining them for whatever. You can join them for the tools if you want to, but you're mainly joining them for the connections you're going to build. Like, for example, in DigiWorld, they have a ranking system. Once you get in a certain rank, you'll most likely be added into Versus FNF. As you see, a lot of the ascendants here are in Versus FNF. And in Utaka Alpha, for example, I've added a lot of people from the general chat that's really, really active, and I can tell they're good traders, into my own personal groups, my friends' personal groups, and all kinds of groups like that. I really, really help them get their presence. And if they're going to provide some value to me, I'm going to provide some value back to them. So that's what actually these alpha groups are really, really important for, rather than just the tools, rather than just the calls. They're important for the connections you can build within there. I also do want to say that your Twitter is really important to have in your bio, so people can actually see and they can build upon just what they know about you in chat. You want to be scanning in chat like usual. You want to be doing the same shit you do in Twitter. Show your personality, show the coins you're finding, show what you're buying, explain your true thoughts. Don't lie in these chats. Don't laugh and pretend to be someone you're not, because they will find you out once you get into these FNF groups. That's about it for the video. All I can really say to sum up the video is provide as much value as possible. The more value you provide, the more value people are going to provide to you. So if you share a CA early, you share an insider play you're in on, you're more likely to get one back. They're going to give you a shooter's fee or a refund or whatever. That is how you make connections within this space and you get added to these groups. You have to have value. If you don't know how to get value, you first need to learn how to trade, and it'll be much, much easier to get inside of these groups. If you aren't in any FNF groups and you do just want to start out, I will have left the link in the description to Utaka Alpha. That is my group. As I said before, I do add people that are active in there to my own personal FNF groups and things like that. That's about it for the video, and I'll see you in the next one.